these demonstrations to self-aware customers, and this is why we had the blacklist so customers don't get ripped off. So remember when Crow came on and said that he was basically backing it up. Came on there with some sob. He always has these sob stories, and he wants people to feel sorry for him, and he lies. He's a professional liar. We've caught him in so many different lies, it's not even funny. And again, like I said, faulty products. It just goes on and on and on, how bad these lies can get. So this guy went in and told his YouTube followers, hey, look, not making any more screen paints. We don't care if he makes it or not because the product doesn't sell. But again, like I said, constant lying. We're not making any more screen paints. I'm moving on to bigger and better things. I told you, there is no bigger, there is no better things at all, period. He is looking at some very serious problems because now our attention is pointed toward his landlord. We got things with him, but we need to contact the landlord. So that's why I got people out there searching and digging through that property to see who owns it and to reach out to the landlord. I'm going to be contacting the process server today because they were actually on that property to figure out who owns it so we can reach out to the landlord. We have to have a talk with him right away as soon as possible so we can figure out exactly what's going on with all this mess and we can get him removed off the property because, again, as I said before, he broke a lot of laws, a lot of very serious laws, and those laws were broken within the property of that apartment complex, which under that lease, he can't be there due to the fact that he has violated the lease in so many levels. But let me talk about this guy as a liar. So, anyway, as you can see, website's here. Now, I told you, when we put on the blacklist, we put a warning about his site because, again, this guy is known for doxing addresses directly to his website. Another problem, his website reappears and disappears and reappears and disappears, so the site is extremely unstable. We told you about this, right? We posted it on the bottom. And some people are saying, well, how do you know? Well, here we go again. Here we go. Site pops up, it disappears. It pops up, it disappears. So let's play a little bit of this video back where Jamie was saying, moving on to bigger and better things, and also making statements that, he's done with making screen paints. Now, do we care if he's done with making screen paints? We really don't care. His products don't affect us in any way whatsoever. We still make our orders. He doesn't stop anything that we do because, again, we have cancellations on his products. They don't work. We've had caught his product in multiple high scams. So, yeah, his products don't work at all, period. If he sits there and says, well, you're worrying about me leaving because, for what, Jamie? We were selling products way before you ever existed on YouTube. We still continue to sell products. Mind you, let's not forget, we have cancellations. We have tested your stuff. It does not work. So, with that being said, you can use all the excuses in the world, but not going to work at all. So, let's listen to this at the end of the day.
I mean, it was a good... What's up, guys? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mic kind of low. Let's see if I can put it a little bit better. Right around there, probably. It's gonna look weird, but hopefully it is working. Okay. All right, guys. What is up? This is Crows1176.
Now, what I find interesting, when you're talking about a passing of a family member, you're not going to start the video with laughing at all, period. Our mother died. I was shattered. That was it. There was no laughing on camera whatsoever. You can't laugh. It's virtually impossible. You're in a ton of pain because you have lost someone that was close to you, that's been in your life, and they're gone. So you will not start off with laughing on camera. Oh, my goodness. I'm not going to say what's going on or not, but I'm just saying that I wouldn't put it past them on certain things. I just would not put it past them. I've seen just about everything you could think of. Mind, the guy came on YouTube and faked he was moving. Literally sat there and said that he moved, and clearly did not. So, again, I don't put it past him.
It's been a minute. I've been getting a lot of emails, and I just wanted to talk about a few things really fast before all the holiday stuff comes out and stuff like that. So the number one thing people have been hitting me up for is what happened to the website, all this stuff. Well, for some of you that don't know, a couple of months ago, I decided that I do not want to sell any more paint mixes on the website or anything like that.
A couple of months ago, Fernando got hit with several letters that we know from the door that came from attorneys, they came from law enforcement agencies, because keep in mind, his LLC has problems right now. He's missing some very sensitive documents on those LLCs, and they're basically sending him letters. He's getting letters, trust me. So there's a number of things why he's making a claim about pulling a product down. But again, remember, website's still there.
When my brother passed away, somebody else took care of that and all that stuff. So it got me thinking, like, you know, it's ran its course. I don't have the motivation, the desire, like I used to, and helping out and all that stuff. I mean, it ran its course. That's basically it. For me, it ran its course. It's been done. It's time for me to move on to better things that I like to do, which is 3D printing. Also, one of the main reasons at the job that I'm at, I got this huge promotion, stuff like that. So it made it better for me to actually move on from stuff. I mean, it was a good, I'm not gonna lie, I thank you all. It was a good hobby for what it was, for what it is, you know, but it ran its course. I wasn't gonna make, you know, screen paints my life like some other people, and, you know, live off of that. In reality,
Live off of that? What do you mean? Goose Screen does that. Fox does that. There's a couple of big companies that make screen paint, and yeah, they live off of it. It's called having a company. That's what it's called, Crow. Apparently, you can't have a company because you don't know how to run a company at all, period. There are a lot of people who do that. So what are you talking about? Playing to like some other people. I make a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money. So at the end of the day, yes, I can afford to pay for this. I can pay for that. It paid for all the houses I moved into. It paid for me to go to Disney World. It paid for everything. I don't work a regular job. That's why people become bosses at the end of the day. Some people just want to have that freedom of buying whatever they want and be able to travel and do this and do that. No supervisor, no bosses, to be their own boss. That's the American dream. The American dream is to get a piece of that pie and to own your own business. That's what it is. So to sit there and say that, oh, like some other people, I don't see anything wrong with it. I freaking love it. But anyway, let's move on from there. As you can see, excuses in his thing. But try to make people, people say, well, he got to work. Oh, let's put it this way. So he got to work, run his own company, make a ton of money, and basically have job security for the rest of his life. And automatically, I got money already set aside for my senior citizen home where I want to go to already. I'm already set. If I decide to go into a home, I'm already taken care of. I even got insurance when I die for basically it paid for my funeral costs and everything because my company paid for all that. Technology we're getting right now, on the ad tech, we're going to be millionaires by the time we reach. I got investors already lined up for that technology. So I've never heard anybody say, well, yeah, it's sad that he's basically his own boss at the end of the day and he got job security and this, that, and the other. Yeah, I've never heard that ever said ever. Your business failed, Fernando, because you ripped people off. You ripped off a lot of people you're matching. House paint. You constantly lie all the time on camera. You just got finished saying that you're not doing this anymore and then turn around and look. There you go. Look, and he's sitting there ranting, look, or posting address. I told you, doxing addresses to his site. I told you. This is what Fernando does. And mind you, we just put this on the site talking about how he abuses his website and doxes people's addresses. And here he is doing it again. Guess what? That's another charge. I got to go to City Hall. I'm going today over to the police station to file charges against this individual. And we're reaching out to your landlord. You're leaving the building. So, all you're doing is just basically making things worse for yourself. So we'll get a copy of this, picture of this, and this will go into the police report, and soon we'll have your landlord. And when I have a nice conversation with him, we want you removed out of the building. So let's go over here, And let's grab the picture of this. Shot right over here, doxing my sister's address. There we go. And mind you, we're also suing Wix for millions of dollars because of his activity. So, that easy. He's mad and upset. He's bitter. That's why he's doing it. He got caught in a lie. He's already on his way out. It's only a matter of days we reach the landlord. Once we reach the landlord, mind you, we can sue the landlord for his activities. And clearly we have it on live stream showing him doxing my sister's address on his website right here. And this is why I tell people at the end of the day why you don't give him any credit card information, you don't give him any information whatsoever, because Crow will dox your address. But he's mad because he got busted. That's why he's mad. Because he came in here and lied to his followers again and told him another lie by saying that, hey, I'm not making any more screen paints and this, that, and the other. I moved on to bigger and better things. And I told you there is no bigger and better things for Jamie. Jamie's in a lot of trouble. Jamie has nothing left. Whoops. Lawsuits and prison time. And an eviction notice. Because he is leaving the building. He is going. I showed you the law in California. Yes, that's the law in California. If he commits any crime within the building, and mind you, his LLC is sitting on the landlord's property, he commits any crime, they have to remove him off that property. So he's on his way out. But consider the fact that we can also sue the landlord, because the landlord can say, well, hey, look, he ran that business in here. I had nothing to do with that. Technically, you do. It's sitting on top of your property, but the LLC there. So we can literally go back to the landlord and sue him. And the landlord, what he's going to do is he's going to contact Mr. Fernando and says, look, this is what I need you to do. I need you to remove the LLC off my building because now I'm liable for lawsuits because of your actions. And if he doesn't remove it, the landlord can take Crow to court and get him to remove it. And Crow can't remove it due to the fact that he committed perjury on the LLC, and he would have to clear this up with the state of California first. And that's going to be a problem because he lied on his application, which means that he's going to go to jail either way. And that's why he's carrying on the way he is. He's upset and angry. Fernando, I know you're in the room right now because that's the only way you would know this is happening, because we're recording, we were documenting all this before we actually started the stream. And in order for you to send that over, it means you would have to be in the room right now in order to see what we're doing right now. You have some kind of psychic capabilities. So we know you're here. But anyway, you lied. You always lie. You tell these little sob stories, and then you come in and you do dirty stuff at the end of the day. Now, you're saying that the passing of someone in your family made you go in and change everything about your ways and this, that, and the other, and to give it up and move on to bigger, better things, and you were planning to do this either way, but the site's still there. And the reason why the site's still there is because you're hoping to rip somebody off, get a little money off of them, so you can continue doing the dirt that you do. Well, newsflash for you, buddy. You're leaving your building. The minute we find your landlord, and it won't take long for us to figure out who owns that building, we're going to have a little conversation with them. And I'm going to show them all the problems that we had with you while you were living in that apartment and all the trouble that you caused while you were in that apartment. So basically, he's going to have to remove you from the building. And he may be subjected to a lawsuit. Depends what the lawyers do. All right, so let's keep this going. So we're not going to do this whole thing. Just want to hear what he talks about saying giving up screen paints. Now, here, let me show you another lie we caught Fernando in. This is the move. So the move is where he basically went into YouTube and he was trying to get people off his back, agencies, us off his back, because he went in and did some really dumb stuff and he got himself in a lot of trouble. He got post office fraud charges, stuff like that. And he decided to do a fake move where he got on, he sat up there and he said, well, I moved, I'm in a new place, I can't show you the room, there's boxes all over the place and so forth. And to find out he didn't move, he was actually in the same place the entire time. Which I find interesting, because if you moved, why are you still in the same place here? If you said I didn't lie about that, then what are you doing here? Because this is your apartment. Okay, I'm just wondering. So how does that even work? You said you moved. If you moved, you wouldn't be in the same apartment, would you? And you wouldn't have had to put the video on members only due to the fact that, who has two large visible screws coming out of a wall, holes coming out of the wall? And either the landlord is super, super lazy and he didn't clean it, didn't fix it, or the person who left it there pretty much didn't want their security deposit. I'm pretty sure they did if they're moving. So that looks like the way those screws are pulled out. It kind of has a bit of a volcano effect. It kind of looks like someone just freshly moved the screws out. So I've seen that area before. It's actually in one of your videos called The Benefit of a White Screen. It shows the two lamps on both sides. It's actually in your bedroom. So you went in your bedroom, you moved the bed and put some pictures up behind it and try to make it look like, put your tripod up and sit on the bed and try to make it look like you moved and continue to lie to your fan base. Now, that's pretty sad. That is pretty sad. Now, if he had moved like he claimed he did in the video, why would he mark it members only? Bigger question, why is he still here? Talking about this lie, this new lie. And he deleted a lot of his videos. And the reason why Jamie deleted a lot of his videos, because a lot of those videos were basically, he felt that he would get rid of the videos. He's got lawsuits coming his way. He's going to court for copyright infringements on 2 different accounts. Maybe if I get rid of some of these videos. Newsflash, Fernando, those videos are documented. We had somebody come in a long time ago, when we first started having problems with you and started documenting your stuff. I'm a person who copies everything. I'm a person who basically goes in and documents everything that I do. So those videos were dubbed a long time ago. You could have deleted all the videos you wanted. Didn't make a difference. We have copies of everything. Oh, that's gotta hurt, doesn't it? He literally thought he was getting away with something. Yeah, he deleted all his videos off his channel. When people do that and they delete videos because they're hiding stuff left and right. So let's go here and find this. Moving to a new place in 2024, moving such a pain. It's interesting because now you're going to know what that feels like, because you are definitely going to move from that building. I guarantee you, bar none, you're going. I got plenty of friends that I know that are landlords at the end of the day, and I say, hey, look, someone violated the territory, they got to go. If they don't go and I keep them there, I'm liable for lawsuit. They're going to sue me. I'm going to go to jail for that dumb nonsense. So I have to get them off that property because, again, it'll show the judge that I did get rid of them. So you're going to leave. You're going to go. And since you can't put that apartment back in the original state, because knowing the landlord, what he's going to do is he's going to rush you up the property because now he has that ability. Usually you have to give somebody so many days, but because he violated the lease, he can have them off there right away. The same day he can move them off that property. So that means that if that property, if that apartment's not in the state in which it was when he first moved in, he can take his entire security. Right from the door, he can take it. Because that's usually what they're going to do. And then, bigger problem you have, we're showing them the documents showing that your LLC is on his building. So again, like I said, you're still going to have to go to the state of California, some Congress, I think it is, and you're going to have to figure a way how to convince them not to throw you in jail for perjury, which again, that's not going to go well. Because that lawyer, when he finds out you committed perjury, he's going to come after you. I mean, if I'm an attorney at the end of the day and I sign my name to a document and I'm asking you, hey, look, it says on this document, are you 100% telling me the truth on this? This is perjury. You can get in trouble. I can lose my license over this. So he's going to fight that in court against you, that you lied. And we'll help him. Whatever paperwork he needs, we'll send it over to him. Showing you've been doing this for quite some time. So, again, he's gotten himself in a lot of trouble. And that's why he's reacting that way by showing the addresses and all that stuff, because he's angry and upset. Let's see. Man, we got to be down to, I'm going to be at the police station to get all this over here. We got pictures and everything here. We got new charges coming in on top of that. So we have doxing of address twice. We had twice he posted. This is fresh. This is why I said statute of limitations will never run out on him. He constantly does dirty stuff all the time. It will never run out. So I'll contact them and let them know he's posted the address again. So she's already filed charges. Actually, she's coming to California. She has family out in California, some friends, some people she knows. She's coming to California with some people, and they want a warrant for his arrest. I also come to California because I also want to file a warrant for his arrest also too. So I don't know how that's going to work, because keep in mind what's going to happen is that when we get the warrant for the arrest, they're going to come to the address. You're not there. So if you didn't basically inform them that where you went, they're gonna put out a bench warrant on you. So they're gonna put, no, warrant for your arrest means you're gonna be hunted now. So now they gotta track down everywhere you're at. They gotta go to your family's houses. They gotta go dig through everything to figure out where you're at, and then you're just gonna have that that notice, which means if you get pulled over at any time and they go back and check your ID, it's gonna show that you're wanted, and you're gonna get arrested right on the spot. That's why she's coming down to do this right after you get kicked out of the apartment. Unless you're going to basically contact the police and let them know where you're at. But if you don't, guess what? A warrant is a warrant. And if the warrant's out, guess what that means? That activates the Marine. Because he will find you. Police are just going to bounce from place to place. He will definitely track you down. And then you get a chance to meet the person you cursed out, right? Remember that? So let's see how this works. All right, let's find this fake move nonsense he did. We got copyrights. We got all kinds of stuff on Jamie here. We got all kinds of stuff he did. Deleted websites from Partey. Oh, man. So, yeah, as you can see, he lied again, as always. Goes in, tells a story, lies about it, tries to look sincere on camera, and then goes in and opens up his website so he can rip off more people. So basically, he tried to make a little money. And he just got, remember, he just got a promotion. He just got a promotion. He's moving on to bigger and better things. He got a promotion. The one thing that you said about the promotion that a lot of people find funny is that you work at a print shop. We know you work at a printing shop. So at this printing shop you work at, you've been there for quite some time. You've been there since your kids have been small. They're grown now, pre-adults. So you've been there for quite some time. So if you say you just got a raise, yeah, that kind of tells me that you just got a raise in, what, 10 years or something? No, he didn't get anything. Most people, when they get a raise, they'll say, I got another raise. I'm in line for another raise, especially when you've been to a job that long. Let me see what we got here. See copyrights on YouTube, Partey, let's see right here. Pass on distance throw, test pass, Crow screen paint mixes versus network grade 773. Additional evidence on them. Let me see. Reporting this channel for terrorism. Let's see. Guy next door. Yeah, guy next door. My buddy Matrix went through your stuff like crazy, man. He got your information. So you thought you could hide behind the YouTube channel, right? He has everything on you. I mean, everything. We got a booklet on you now. So this guy went on there. He called himself Guy Next Door. He made a YouTube channel slandering us. So the guy we call the Matrix went through his whatchamacallit and got everything on him. He even got your birth certificate. And you can sit there and go, oh, I didn't hire anyone. He does that for a living. He tracks down deadbeats. He tracks down anybody. You point in this direction. So if you got to bring somebody to court and you can't find them, they're hiding, he'll find you. The only way you're going to be to keep from caught by that guy, you're going to literally go off the grid. Like, literally go off the grid. If you're connected to the grid, you're in trouble. He can find you. That's what they pay him for. Oh, here we go. Moving in 2024 is such a pain. Boom. So, this is the video right here where Jamie got busted. Basically, fake moving. So, he claimed he moved. But you're in the same place right now doing a demonstration claiming you're not doing any more screen paints. So, which one is it? So if we look over here, no one commented at the bottom because everybody knew that was bullcrap. I'm pretty sure people recognize the inside of this place already. But look at this right here. Sorry, dirty monitor, always dirty monitor. Let's see. Here we have. Oh, I can blow this out. I forgot we got this one. Let me see. There we go. Blow it out so you can see it. All right, so right here he has, this was 10 months ago when he told this lie. He says, moving in 2024 is a pain in the butt, but I'm happy to start a new and fresh this year. Wishing you guys the best in 2024. So, funny, how did you move if you're exactly in the same place that you were when you're doing the video right now talking about how you're not making screen paints anymore? How would that be possible? I'm just wondering. He's probably thought everybody forgot about it. Okay, now he says, blah, 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 blah. He puts down here in the title right here. Right here, and he talks about us, talking about FOE Superior Black Paints. Let's see, are you still living in that filthy, dirty garage? Well, I have a house that I did purchase, and guess what? I'm in an office now. If you want to talk about from the future. So, keep in mind that you said that my business went out of business because I lived in a garage and all this crazy stuff at the end of the day. And I'm in an office. I got my name on the door and everything. I got business cards. Where are my business cards at? We got nice, expensive business cards we paid for. So, yeah, we're doing pretty good. We got new technology coming out, so we're good. So yeah, interesting how we just came out of the garage and we developed that technology and that technology in the garage, and now we're going to the next level where you're lying about moving. But anyway, got to be careful what you say from your mouth. But anyway, as you can see here, he got on camera and he lied to his customers and told them that he moved, and he never moved. So we realized that in the video there were two small holes right in the wall, and those two small holes basically show that we've seen this area before. See where the lamp's here and see where the lamp's here. I'm going to show you something. So what he did was he went in and he moved stuff around to give off the illusion that he actually left, but he was there the entire time. Boy, I have to say this, how much of a loser do you have to be to pretty much go in and fake move and lie and tell your fans, I mean, literally tell his fans that I moved to a new location, I can't show you the other room because there's boxes all over the place. Let me explain something to you about moving. And I moved multiple times. I actually recorded my moves a couple times. When people move, they don't care if the living room looks like Stonehenge. They will still give you a tour when they walk around. They'll give you a tour of everything. Now, Mr. Fernando, if you were to say, well, how come I didn't get a tour of the new house? Because we file cyber stalking charges on you. You have so many cyber charges. You're looking at 20 years easily. Because we can show that you have basically sent us messages telling you know where we live at. You have Doc's addresses onto your website, which we just saw a few minutes ago, doing my sister's address. You have a history of this. So when I take you to court for this, it's going to be stupid enough for me to tell everybody where I'm living at if we had a problem from you to begin with. So we sit there and get a judge and say, well, where are you living at now? Well, we got a location where we're not disclosing where we're at because due to the fact we have problems with this individual. I've been able to show every place where we moved to, but we couldn't because Jamie was stalking us along with his friends. So that's the reason why we couldn't give up the location. Judge would understand that 100%. Judge won't understand if I say, well, we posted our address again and he's stalking us again after we posted the address, knowing what he's capable of doing. That would get me in trouble. That would basically make my case look like it's basically full of air holes. Well, why would you give them the address again if you had this problem? If you had to go in and file charges against this guy for stalking you, why would you give up that address again? That's stupid. There you go. So you trying to basically use reverse psychology by saying, oh, you won't give up the address. No, we won't give the address up because you're creepy. I've been able to give up my address and show my place off ever since I've been on YouTube. And this is the one time I haven't been able to do this because you're creepy. There you go. And this is the reason why you're going to be hit with a 10-year or 20-year prison sentence just for the cyber stalking alone. But let's go look at this real quick. And he's also mad because he's upset. He sent me a message saying, you doxed my address. Again, my goodness, this is a person who does not know how to crack a book. I'm going to tell you something. If you ever find a genie in a bottle somewhere, tell him to give you the opportunity to learn how to crack books. Because it's something you don't do well. You can't take someone to court for doxing if you put your address up for everybody to see. That's literally like printing your information on a billboard and posting it everywhere and then suing people for basically taking your identity. Duh. Karen, he's a Karen. He's a one that's on Karen. Here we go. This is the video right here. So, and this video shows exactly, and this is the video he did. This video is missing, by the way. It's called The Benefit of a Gray Screen versus His Projection Screen Paint. And it matched quite well. But anyway, the two lamps, 1 and 2. So right here, this is where he has the bit at right here. He removed all of this, and the two lamps were here and here. That's how we knew he was in the same spot, because I've seen that place before in one of his demonstrations. We had this video on the blacklist. So I was like, wait a minute, where have I seen this before? And sure enough, it's where he was sitting at when he was doing the video. There's a lamp here and a lamp here. And of course, there'll be holes in the wall because there's holes right there in the wall right there. Bust it. Bust it. Yes, you have holes all in that wall. Look at it. On this side, over here, holes all in the wall. There's holes everywhere. There's holes right down here under the screen. There's holes there. There's holes right over there. There's holes right over here. Holes all up and down here. So that wall is riddled with holes because you get putting stuff in and taking it out and putting stuff in and taking it out. So basically, you try to make that area look like you moved to a new apartment. And he put pictures up there to try to make it look like he was in a whole new place. But you're in the same spot. You have a light on each side. Bam and bam. So just think about how devious a person would have to be to even think about something like that. None of alone go on YouTube, social media, and display something like that, thinking that he was going to get away with it. And you know why he went and shut the video down and made it members only? Because we saw the holes in the wall. And I move multiple times. And I know for a fact that when I move into an environment, if I see 2 visible holes there, we're not moving into that spot, because you're always going to inspect the place before you move in. So the first time I say, you got 2 holes over here. You're not going to cover this up? If I figure you can't cover up these 2 holes right here, God knows what's going on with that place to begin with. That's a red flag. No deal at the end of the day. Now, most likely you'll find a hole what they call the Where's Waldo effect, which means basically you'll find it like by accident somewhere weird, like, oh shoot, like it's a big hole in the back of the closet. Something like that you'll find. But not something where you'll find it right out in the open. 2 holes like, bam, staring you right in the face where you can definitely see whatsoever. So basically, I can tell that he pulled paintings out there on that side and re-put himself per house, pushed the bed up there, hooked up the tripod, and made up this light that he moved. And when I made that statement, I said, oh, I got to go back for a minute. I just saw 2 holes in the wall. The video automatically went members only. Yep. See? Video's not available. Members only content. He switched it over that fast. Yeah, we gotta clean my monitor here. I swear my monitor is freaking crazy dirty. Hole in the wall right there. See that hole right there? Move my dust out of the way from my screen. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is a hole in his wall. That's what we saw in the demonstration. See how the plaster is pulled up? It's like when you pull a drill fresh out of a wall, it leaves a volcano effect. And that's what came out of his wall right there. There were 2 holes up there, right there. So who in the right mind is going to rent a place where you're going to have 2 holes sticking up out of a wall like that? That tells me right there from the door that you basically never moved. And there's a light system here and here. Mr. Fernando, you should know better than that. And then you get on camera again and you lie by saying that, oh, we're not making any more screen paint, this, that, and another, blah, 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 blah. You're trying to get people off your back. That's what it is. You got other people on your back besides us. I couldn't care less if you make it. You can't sell either way. No one's going to give you any of their credit card information. You're known for doxing addresses on your website. Nobody in their right mind will ever give you a credit card, any of their personal information. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there are people right now going to try to get your PayPal account taken down, because your PayPal account literally still has a record of other people's addresses that you can use for your exposal. Especially if you have that kind of criminal activity on you. Liar. Professional liar. Right there. And then he comes in and does that demonstration where he tells you that, hey, I freaking not making paint anymore, and this, that, blah, 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 blah. You can sit there and chalk him and says, oh, well, why would we have a fear of you making paint? Cancellations, Mr. Fernando. Have we not been to this before, right? Do we not have cancellations on you, right? Why would I fear something that canceled every single order? I can even go to my eBay account and I can pull up cancel orders, because I know you try to use anything you possibly can to try to chalk up whatever you need. Here we go, cancellations. This is money put back in our account because Crow couldn't back up his products. Mind you, these are also receipts that we're going to send over to that building that where you have your LLC at, to let them know your business has been around a lot longer than what you said, 5 months. There you go, you have received a refund of $90. You couldn't even keep $90. And mind you, gave us a middle finger too, very unprofessional. I don't think they're going to like the way you carried yourself. It's business-wise. Getting cursing us out in receipts. You got to show these other people, you know that? And when they get a chance to see exactly how nasty of a person you are, it's pretty disturbing. Here we are on eBay. This is eBay. Order. Money returned back to the account. Again, he can't keep the money. His product doesn't work. So it's $75 he couldn't keep. There we go. Look at that. Fernando, that's your name right there, 1176. That's you, right? So if you get on there and you say, hey, he's just saying that because he's scared of our product. Why would he be scared about your product? You cancel. There's another cancellation right there. That's your tag right there. Fernando, right? 1176. Here's another cancel from eBay. So no one fears your product if you're canceling. Here we go right there. Fernando, 1176. Refund. Money put back into the account. All right. Here's an email where you were stalking us. Oh, we're going to bring this to the police. Try to take this over to them. Right here. Crow1176. That's your email. And it says, ha ha ha. Been trace you. You live in the garage. And you put down the address. And it's the same address that shows that you were doxing. See, Jamie, how you got yourself in trouble? We have pictures of you doxing that address. And we have an email from you that you contacted us showing that you knew where that address was. Good luck with that one. That's going to get you some jail time. And I'm going to send that to your landlord, too, by the way. Just to get yourself in all kinds of trouble, don't you? Yeah, you didn't know that. Yeah, he was sending us emails telling us he knew where we live at and put down the address and all that nonsense and said, I traced where you live at. Yeah, he was stalking us. So that stalking charge, because we have so many of them, it's going to be like almost 10, 20 years you're going to get for that. And again, when it comes up in court, with the lawsuits, with everything we have in there, including the charge you're putting in today, I guarantee you, bar none, that judge is going to say, where is this individual at? It's in California. He said, well, we're going to take care of that. I guarantee they call down in California to the district down there and get a warrant for your arrest. I bet you. When you have a large case with a lot of stuff going on in it, yeah, it's going to happen. I talked to plenty of attorneys over here. So the first thing the judge is going to do is they're going to contact the district down there and figure out where he's at to see if they can get him arrested while he's down there. And when they get you arrested down there, they're going to transport you up here. Yeah, we got all that. I got to go to the police with this. I'm taking this with me right here. And I think I have the address. He doxed their address. Because that guy right there, who owns that place, he's taking Crow to court and he's suing them. He's also filing criminal charges on him. He said he put his tenants in danger. That's a building where other people live at. So you put other people in danger. The apartment complex, they're also filing against you because, again, you put people in danger. We have, let me see, refund. Again, this is for his Cinemax mix. Put the money back in our account right here. Now, the reason why I'm showing this, Jamie, is because, you know, we got to cover all bases with you. You'll sit there and go, well, the reason why he's complaining about me not picking down my site because he feels that my products are in competition. Again, cancellations, man. I can show you cancellations. This is your stuff at the end of the day, right? So why in the world would we be threatened by your products if you've never affected my sales in any way whatsoever? And we still developing products. We're still here. And then you make some crack in your video about, oh, you know, I don't want to spend the rest of my life working a business. Well, that's what usually people do. People want to start their own businesses. It's for the rest of their life. That's what they do. But the difference is that we don't work for other people. We work for ourselves. We become our own boss, self-independent. That's what people like to do. Some people got good jobs and they make good money and that's what they want to do. And they're happy with that. They make that 6, 7 figures. And some people run their own companies. That's what they do. But you can't sit there and say, like, it's a bad thing that I have to run my own company. How would that be a bad thing? I haven't worked a job in 14 years. I literally, if I don't want to work today, I can literally take the day off and I can sit in the park and still get paid. I get paid in my sleep. So when an order comes through, I'm paid in my sleep. If I walk across the street and I'm just sitting there just staring at birds all day, I'm getting paid. When my contracts kick in, I get paid. So why in the world would I sit there and say that it's a bad thing at the end of the day? I don't got to wait till Friday. Friday is every day for me. I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful, people, but that's the benefit when you own a company. Friday is every freaking day for you. You get paid every day. When I have people sitting there saying, thank goodness it's Friday, I don't even know what that's like because I don't even know what it's like to get paid on just Friday. I'm not trying to be rude against people who make that at the end of the day, but people at the end of the day, you know what you want. A person who's tired of his 9-to-5 job will go out and get a better job to make better money. And if he's tired of that and he doesn't want to do that, then he'll start his own business. He'll be sitting around pondering one day like, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. I want to start my own business. I'm tired of working for other people. I'm working hard for other people, and I'm not getting any satisfaction back. I'm going to start my own business, and that's how it starts. So you're going to say those people are losers too because they start doing business? So I guess basically Dunkin' Donuts, Steve Jobs, Apple, all that stuff. They're losers, right? Famous Amos cookies, all the stuff that you enjoy, you have around your apartment. Someone got to think of that as an idea to incorporate that into a business in order for you to buy those products to have it in your hand. Those are all losers too. That's why I said you don't think when you talk. You really don't. You really don't. Just like this simple little card holder. Someone came with an idea to put your business cards in a holder. And then someone came with a better idea to make it magnetic, so it's a little sharp. And mind you, this one little item right here, somebody thought about this. And they started a business behind this. And that business allowed other people to get jobs at the end of the day that they basically can actually earn extra money to be able to pay for their car, to pay for rent, and so forth. You ever think about that? When you look at an object and basically how much it impacts people at the end of the day. And so the person who started that business, he's considered to be a loser because he's working for himself for the rest of his life, and he's providing income for other families and other people to also live. And maybe they can use the money from this right here to make a branch off and make their own company. You don't understand how the world functions. Trying to connect an issue. All right. The reason why you consider it to be a fail because your business failed. It did. And now you want to call it a hobby. You can't call it a hobby. You have a business. You got an LLC. That's what you have. So you started a business. Call it what it is. You want to call it a hobby because you know the landlord's going to kick you out of that building because you ran a business in there that you weren't supposed to. And keep in mind, for people who can understand this, you can have Etsy. You can have eBay. You can have all that. You can run a small little business, but you cannot connect your LLC to the freaking building of the landlord, because this will get you in a lot of trouble. Because if something goes wrong with your business, it's going to tag with his too. You have to have permission. Now, if you got permission, he gave you the okay, he's getting sued. And if he didn't give you the permission, then he's not getting sued. You're just going to get sued in the process either way. But he has to remove you from the building. You have to go. Because it's in your lease. You have to go. It's law. We can literally take him to court for this. For not removing you out of that building. So, our interest right now, our focus, Mr. Matrix focus, is to dig up your landlord. And for some reason, we don't know why, but for that property, it seems a little bit hard to dig him up. So now they're going to be digging around to figure out why it's so hard to dig him up. And that's not going to go well either. You're going to make a lot of people in that apartment upset, Mr. Fernando. A lot of people upset in that apartment towards you that you're basically going, now they're going to dig into your landlord's information because we're finding it a little difficult to dig him up right away. So, again, we have some people very upset with you because you're going to make their lives rough because you did nonsense in the apartment. And if he gets sued, guess what he's going to do? He's going to raise the rent on everybody. You're responsible for that mess. No one told you to commit these crimes in here. But anyway, as you can see, because we got things to do, we can't be long on it. I got to be out of here to take care of some stuff. I got to go to the police station and file these criminal charges against him again. As you can see, lie. He's still in the same spot. Lie. Put an image up there like a picture and all that, but you can see there's clearly holes in the wall, and this is where the projection motorized screen or whatever he had up here used to be at. So he just sat up there and just lied to everybody. Big old smile on his face as usual. And then back over here on this video right here, where's that video right here? Let me see. He's sending her posts and beds, carrying on and acting up, doxing on his address, or doxing on his website. He just hurts himself at the end of the day. He's a very bitter person. That's not to say. He's a very, very, very bitter individual. Let's bring you up again. Very bitter individual. But Jamie, do it to yourself, you know. That's why no one's buying from you. That's why you're not making any money. First things first, your products match house paint. We couldn't find anybody. I was trying to find one customer that basically had your product. After finding out that your product matched house paint, we couldn't find anybody. So we know no one's emailing you, no one's contacting you at all. That's not happening at all, period. No one's buying that stuff. After seeing what they saw on that website, just stuff matching house paint, no. And then seeing you dox addresses, no one's going to touch it all, period. Because they don't trust you. Because if you're going to dox my address, you're going to dox anybody's address. And my sister, at the end of the day, she doesn't have anything to do with you at all whatsoever. She's just basically a person minding her own business, and you dox her address for the sake of just doxing it. So that right there alone, at the end of the day, shows that you would dox anybody's address. He does have, just so you know, his PayPal account does keep a record of other people's addresses, so you need to get his PayPal account removed, or you run the risk of whatever God knows he's going to do with it. That's up to you at the end of the day. Once we file the charges for the whole doxing thing, they're basically going to take his PayPal account down. All that's going to come down. The cyber crimes, they bring his PayPal down, website, all that comes down. You can't keep it. Let's go to Crow1176. Probably remove the video next. Who knows him? There we go. So there's a channel right there. You can see it right there. Oh, wow, really? 0H? Are you kidding me? I can see that a mile away that you got to be kidding me. Look, this is 0H by these. This screen is tucked in a pocket. Those lights are not even going to touch that thing. And then the other lights are way. Forget it. I'm moving on. Unbelievable. All right, so here we go. So this is the video right here. He says he's moving on to bigger and better things. Just listen to me continue to lie.
Can't. All right, it's hard. You don't have.
So it's hard. I said it's hard if you don't have any other income. So basically, let me see. You work a job, and you basically said it's hard if you. Where? Seriously? I can't believe you actually said that. So basically saying it's hard to run a company if you don't have any other income. He literally just said that. Oh my goodness. Okay, we gotta hear that one again. I gotta hear that one again.
Oh, live off of that? In reality, you can't. All right, it's kind of hard if you don't have some other income coming in.
Jamie, I rented four houses. One of them houses cost me almost close to $7,000 to upkeep. You've been in the same apartment for how long? How long you been in the same apartment? That would be for you at the end of the day. You don't make anything, man, at the end of the day. I make far more than you do. You've got to be kidding me. And he's going to talk about that's hard for someone to be able to maintain. No, but that's you at the end of the day. At $60 paint, you're making what? Somewhere between, roughly, if you're lucky, you're making, I don't know. He's probably making something like $10 or $5 at the breakdown on that. Let's see. Hold on for a minute. I make that Jamie in a minute. That's how much I make in a minute. I make $324 in a minute's time. That's how much. That's an order just went through. How much do you sell your product for? And I could sell 4 or 5 of those in a day. Really? Are you kidding me? My freaking house that I was living in, the electricity in that place would be what you pay for rent, literally, in that house. I pay rent here in this place. I have a storage unit I pay rent, which is actually a 10 by 30 that I pay roughly almost $300 for that unit. I pay for this unit over here, which is around $800 a month. And I turn around and I pay rent in another building for my home front, which is around another $700. You got to be kidding me. And I pay utilities in these 2 units over here. I don't pay units over here. I pay for insurance in here. You get that property insurance, all that stuff in here. If you have equipment and stuff like that, and if anything goes wrong. So you got to be kidding me. My business cards at the end of the day cost more than your paint. It costs more money to make my business cards than your paint at the end of the day. These things cost more than $60. It costs $13 a piece. They're plastic invisible cards. So I have no idea. Well, you come off with a topic by trying to make me look bad by saying that here's one of your orders. $85. Okay, I make $300 something, and I got screens coming out on the market. AdTech is like an $8,000 technology. I got companies behind that at the end of the day. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah, okay. No, buddy. You need that. That's why you still work a job and you work a business. I told you in the day, anybody out there call themselves having a business at the day, and you're still working a 9 to 5, that's the whole purpose of starting the business, so you don't have to work the 9 to 5. So you can leave and cut off and have your own business. I've never heard anybody walk in and go, whew, man, I got to do a shift here and run my own company at the same time, man. It is virtually impossible. Never heard that. I've heard people say, man, just a couple more months here. A couple more months and I'll be done with this job and I'm going to be my own boss at the end of the day. No one says that. No one says what he just said. I'm going to have to, I don't know how I'm going to break this down. I'm going to have to work the company and work the job at the same time. The only time they make that statement is when they're trying to use the company to support what they're trying to do. And they're saying, man, I got a couple more days of this, man, a couple more months of this, and I'm going to quit this job and get my own business free from all this nonsense. That's what they usually say. You've been doing that job for how long? And you had your company for how long? Yeah, okay. I'm trying to make it sound like it's bad for me. Okay.
Anything like that. That was for my case. I don't know, but right? So.
All right, we're done with that dumb nonsense. The bottom line is, man, when you get on camera and you say that you're making paints anymore, and then you're on your website, doxing addresses and carrying on, still doing the same dumb stuff you've been doing. You said you're moving on to bigger and better things, right? That's not bigger and better things, Jamie. That's the same thing you've been doing since day one. Nothing has changed. Just more lies, that's all. We have busted you again and more lies. And again, doxing addresses, the same dirty and the stuff you've been doing since day one. Nothing has changed. You don't learn anything. But I guarantee one thing, Mr. Fernando. I guarantee you, as the nose is on my face, we'll see you in court for copyright infringements. We'll see you in court for the cyber charges and terroristic threats and all that other stuff you got in trouble with. The people that are involved in basically suing you, they will also sue you also, and sue you. We will contact your landlord, and you will be leaving that building. I guarantee you, you're on your way out. There's no way in the world he can keep you. It's against the law to even have you there to begin with, due to the fact that we have such substantial evidence of you committing crimes out of that apartment. So you are automatically a violation of your lease, so you definitely have to be terminated. Expect sooner or later to have a conversation with your landlord once we reach out to him, and we will make sure we'll find him. No matter what it takes, he will dig him up and he will find him. And when he does find him, we'll send him a nice letter right to his home. Let them know exactly everything you have done and some contact information where they can reach out to us. And I guarantee you that one day you're going to come home and you'll see a little pink slip sitting on your door that says eviction. You're on your way out. Now, as I said before, I would advise you to contact the local police. Let them know that you have moved to a new location, because if you don't, what's going to happen is when we do come down for the warrant, or basically they file for a warrant for your arrest over here from the mountains of paperwork we have on you, then there's going to be a warrant for your arrest. And if there's a warrant for your arrest, and that activates the Marine, and he will find you. So you know that. Either he'll find you or one of his buddies will find you, but they will find you. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not one. There's a bunch of them. So they will find you. Yeah, so it's going to be pretty rough for you and your family, and I'll tell you why. They're not going to your family's home. They'll go to see well, I guess they will be going to your family's home. They will be going there because they have to check and see if you're there or not. You could be hiding in there. The police definitely have to go in there. Police have to go in there and search the homes. That's how rough it gets, because they'll have to search your home and see if you're hiding them in there. And that's uncomfortable to have these officers coming into your building and going through all your stuff to figure out where they can find him at. And after a while, they're going to get tired of him and give up his information. Unless he's going to flee the country. That might be an option for you to flee the country. But he's a Marine at the end of the day, so he doesn't care. He's going to go over and get you either way. Because it's personal for him. So if you do get some airline tickets and you pop over there, yeah, you versus a Marine? No, I don't think that's going to go out too well, buddy. I don't think that's going to work. And his buddies are going to be with him? No. They'll have you back over in the States in no time at all. They'll put that bounty high enough on your head. They're going to put a bounty on you for hundreds to track you. And they're going to come after you. So it may be him, it could be somebody else, but they are going to track you. It's a bounty. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. See the trouble he got himself into? He got himself into something. He got caught lying. And this is a reaction of a person who lies. Right. There you go. So moving on to bigger and better things. Remember, people, came on into this whole story that I'm changing. I'm going to move on to bigger and better things. The website's up because he's still trying to rip people off and steal money from people. He got outed, which we just showed you a few minutes ago, of him lying, and the website's still here, showing that he lied about moving. He's known for doing these things. And what's his reaction? This is his reaction. This is how he carries on. So he just got himself a couple more charges today. We got this picture how many times? I think 3 times. So 3 times at $150,000. Can't wait to show your landlord all this stuff at the end of the day. He is going to be quite upset with you, Mr. Fernando. You are on your way out. So I hope you got somebody at the end of the day you can move in with, because you're going to have to go. And like I said, because you broke the lease, he doesn't have to give you a time period to leave at all. He's definitely keeping your security deposit, by the way. What you did to that apartment, you're definitely not getting a security deposit back. So let me see. Because, again, the reason why he's going to be very ticked off, because of the LLC. That's why. And we sat there and said he did fraudulent acts. Okay, if you got proof of this, I'll have to remove him. Yeah, but if we sit there and say, well, guess what? Here's the thing. You're reliable also. Now, he's reliable also, yeah, because that's his tenant. But he's actually... So most landlords will say, well, if I kick him out, I'm not reliable. He's not here no more. That's the end of that. Yeah, it's true. That is true. You can actually argue that. He kicked him out. He's not there no more. So that's the end of it. He got rid of him. But the problem is that the LLC that we're suing under his business is to know your property. And that's the problem. And that makes you tied to it. So you're linked to this, no whether you like it or not. He registered an LLC under your name and company's name, under the landlord's place. So, again, this is going to be a problem. See, he's in a rant because he's upset. He's in a room. He's scared. He's scared. That's why he's acting that way. So he is definitely going to have some problems. In order, that LLC and those criminal records are going to keep popping up on that LLC over and over again, on his and the other one. So he needs to get his LLC off of his property. And Jamie can't do that? No, sure you want. We're going to go over here. And we're going to pull up, as I said before, very easy to find Jamie's information. Just go over and type in California, and you'll see something that says LLC search. Type in. He is a public domain, so you're not doing anything wrong. Go to the very top right here where it says California search, Secretary of State. That's the first thing you hit. Hit that. This is how you find where his company's address is at. So let's get it over here. Is my mouse die on me? There we go. Hit that, the first one. And then you'll scroll down to a search right here. So in the search, you want to type in the company's name. Jamie, I know you're in the room right now, so hello. You want to put down Crow Cinemax. This is what brings it up. Cinemax. M-E-M-A-X. Cinemax. And then you want to put down Mixed. And then LLC. And then hit enter. Now, you will see 2 options pop up at the bottom. The one in the blue is the one you click on. You click on this, and this will bring all his information up. Now, it says right here, it says good. It's only good because it was good at the period of time when he actually filed for the application. It's not in good standing now. So, as you look down, you will see here at the bottom where it says California, and there's his address, apartment E, and right there it says statement of due date, which was some documents, and he was supposed to have very important documents in order to complete the application of the LLC, which technically is not completed because you have to. California is the only one that has a statement of due date. They're the only ones who have it. So anyway, there's the agencies that are involved. Now, if you want more detail on this, and that's his number right there, that's his filing number, you go over to the bottom right here. See right here where it says view history. You click on view history. You'll be brought to this page. Go over to where it says download. Once the download goes through, you'll see it right here, the first top. Click that, and this will bring his full document up. This will show his filing number, all his information. It'll show basically showing this involves the principal address, the LLC, everything is tied right here with his company's address. And the company's address is also under the landlord's property. So where it says right here, principal mailing address is tied to his address here, apartment E, which is tied to the landlord's building. Which means, Mr. Fernando, in order for you to remove this, you're going to have to contact them and let them know that you need this removed, but they're going to ask for documents. And in those documents, you'll have to verify again the company's age, which you can't because we sent them documents showing them. Yeah, we emailed over some documents showing your company was around a lot longer than that. Receipts like those were sent to them. So that's the reason why they've been hounding them. Over here, this is the guy who signed for it, the lawyer, right here. Now, right here, it says, bottom line is that Unitas comes in all documents by signing and affirming under the penalty of perjury that the information herein is true, which yours is not true, and correct, and that I am authorized by California law to sign. This is the lawyer who signed this. So he signed the document too, saying that whatever Crow said, or Jamie said, on this document is absolutely 100% true. We also sent him documents also too. So now he knows it's not true. You feel a little bottleneck right now? Like someone's squeezing you? Like it's equivalent of trying to squeeze a block of cheese through a hole the size of a needle head. That's pretty much what he's going through right now. So again, if you didn't lie and you told the truth and your site's not, if all that's fictional, why are you so upset? You're clearly showing you're very upset. You're sending my address of my sisters, you're sending my face over, you're carrying on a ranting and acting up. Why would you even act that way if it wasn't true? Jamie, you got caught lying again. And you also showed your emotional side of basically committing crimes, which I'm going to go over to Allentown Police right now, and I'm going to file another charge against you. And this is a charge also, too, that your landlord will also see. Now, where is your business located at? It's in the apartment, right? You don't have an office or anything like that. You have it in the office, you have an apartment. So that means that the address that sits on your business is connected to his place, his best place of business, right? And the acts that you committed was on the computer inside of his apartment, which means that's a violation of a lease. And the fact that we had to have a process server come to that address, not to your office, not to your business over here or there, to that building, shows that you violated your lease. And that automatically, my friend, is an automatic termination of your lease. So, you're on your way out, just so you know. Okay, let's get all this paperwork over here, the stalking nonsense and the pictures, because they're going to take my phone, they're going to scan from my phone. And we already have copies of this, so they already know where you live at. And let's get all this done. Did I sit here and make up anything? When I called you a liar, did I make up anything? Keep in mind, Fernando, remember, you did the video about moving in 2024. So the big question is, how could you have moved in 2024 if you're showing yourself in the same demonstration over there in your same apartment, and you said that you're moving on to bigger and better things? You kind of said the same thing in there too, that you moved on to bigger and better things. You moved to a new apartment. You're a liar. You lie. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I made all this up. It's right there. The difference between you and Fernando, when I get online, I don't go in hours of ranting about nothing. I literally have evidence that I can pull up on you and show clearly of you committing these crimes. That's why you're on the blacklist. When you say things about me, you don't have any evidence. This is the reason why you're getting sued over this. This is why we're taking to court for slander, for defamation, because you said things on your YouTube channel that weren't true, and you have no way of backing this up. But we have the way to back up what you have done, right? All right, then. So, I'm going to be reaching to your landlord soon. Like I said, it's now our main target. We're going to get you in court. Don't worry about it. We're going to get you taken care of. But our main target is to get you out of that building. So we're going to reach out to your landlord, have a nice little conversation with them. Because under California law, if a tenant commits a crime in a building, the landlord is responsible for criminal charges and lawsuits. And judging by the record we have on you, he's going to want you off his building as fast as he possibly can. He's going to have to pay us, by the way. We're not going to let that slide. I'm roughly thinking about, I said I wasn't going to sue him, but my buddy was like, yeah, file a lawsuit, hit him. So roughly, he had to know about something that went on in that apartment. He had to know. For that long, he didn't know anything about it at all, period. So yeah, he's looking at about 300,000, maybe 400,000 lawsuit he's going to be hit with. He has an option. We go to arbitration, pay this up. If I take him to court, I can take his building from him. So which one does he want? He can lose his property, we can take the building from him, or he can pay us $400,000, and you're definitely getting terminated out of that building. There you go. All right, so when we find him, and I'm pretty sure he won't take long to find him. He's already going through all his tax papers right now, so he should be able to track him in no time at all to get him. Once he obtains him, then we're going to have a nice little conversation with him about you in apartment E. And I guarantee you, he's going to call you, and you're going to have a nice little conversation. He's going to tell you that you have to leave the building. You're getting an eviction. Now, mind you, if he gives you an eviction, just so you know, he's not going to give you 10 days of tap. He wants you off that property as fast as possible, because we're going to suggest that we want a 10-day tap out. We need him off the property to keep us from taking you to court on this nonsense. So we need you off that property as fast as possible. Without a 10-day, we need you to have an eviction. The reason why you have an eviction, I mean, that makes it virtually impossible for you to rent a place, because you have an eviction on your renter's history. And so I don't even have to come to California to do that to you. You have literally done so much criminal activity that, didn't you think at the end of the day that the crime that you were committing in the apartment, did you read through your lease? Did you read through that thing? Did you read through your lease? Go get your lease and read through it. See what it says about criminal activity in that building. Go read through it. Just like the same thing about the whole thing with the copyrights. You went out and talked to an attorney, and that's why, if you notice, he didn't show any of our copyrights. Anytime he shows that, he docks my he didn't know my address. He docks my sister's address. He docks put my face up there, but he never puts up a copyright. You know why? Because he knows he's getting sued for copyrights. He already knows already from the door he's done. He's finished. You talked to a lawyer already. I know you talked to a lawyer. The lawyer told you. Looked at my copyrights, didn't he? I guarantee looked them up. He'd be stupid not to walk into a courtroom and not look up my copyrights. And I bet you came back and said those copyrights are real. He probably asked you, how many times did you touch them? So you know you're going to jail. Okay, so that you know that already from the door, that's one closed already. So right now, your biggest concern right now is coming home and finding a pink slip on your door and knowing that we have talked to your landlord already. Now, I'm going to basically suggest to your landlord that we are going to sue him. That's definitely going to happen. But it could be worse. If we take him to court, we've got enough evidence here to clearly show between the copyright, between having the LLC that's registered on his property, that you two basically knew about this. Or unless you basically put that LLC on his property and he didn't know anything about it, because he is going to take you to court. He's going to take you to court. He's definitely going to take you to court. He's going to sue the dead outside of you. So it's going to be a bit of a mess. It's going to be very messy. Not for us, but for him. So we want you out of the building. We don't want any 10-day tap out. We want you removed off the building right away. A day to get you off that building. And once you're removed off the building, he's still getting sued. He's getting sued for about $300,000. Now, when we take him to court, we can still get you off that building, but he'll lose his building in the process, because we can sue the daylights out of him. And he knows it. Under California law, we can get him alone just for the fact, without basically having your LLC tied to his building. We can still get him. But it's far worse now, because your LLC is actually sitting on his property, and that's what gives us heavy grounds to be able to sue the daylights out of him. So he's going to get you off that property. And once he gets you off that property, we want an eviction. That's what we want. We don't want a tap out. We want an eviction. Because if he doesn't give us an eviction, we take it to court. Because you're worthy of one, what you did. But I think he's going to give you one anyway, because he's going to be ticked off. He's going to be very upset. And then we explained to him that there are more charges coming, serious charges involving copyrights, and his company's under investigation. He's going to want your LLC off his property, because anything that comes through is going to hit him, because your LLCs are tied together. That's why we sued you. He gets hit with it, and he's got to get attorneys and try to go to court and figure this mess out, because he's going to get caught up on this mess. So he's going to get a lawyer to get your information, LLC, off his building. And this is a problem, Mr. Fernando, because remember, you committed perjury. All right, I'm tired of talking about this. I got to get over to the police and file these charges against you, so I can get all this information ready for your landlord when we catch up to him. It's interesting. I'm going to make $300,000 off your landlord. And it could be way worse than that, but $300,000 off of him. and then turn around and get you kicked out of the building with an eviction notice on your record. Good luck on trying to find a place. And keep in mind, don't go too far. Because like I said, if you don't report this to the police and tell them that you have moved because you have to do this, but if you don't, and we come down there and get that warrant, or that judge decides to give you one because of all these charges we have against you, then you're going to have a bench warrant. And if you have a warrant for your arrest, where they're hunting for you, guess who you dig up? See the trouble you got yourself into? Yeah. They had a nerve to sit there and go, I'm doing bigger and better things. Man, you done got yourself in more trouble than you were already in. You were already in trouble. You got yourself even in more trouble. Gee whiz, Fernando, this is unbelievable. Like, you're telling you, you're like destination to self-destruct. You are. You're literally destined to self-destruct. Mind you, we gave this guy a cease and desist letter to back down. Oh, let me show you real quick. I had to show you. I told you he's in somebody's address. He's his brother's address. I got to show you this. So this is how we found the other. I don't know if it's a brother or family or what it is, but it's not his address. He was using their address to commit crimes. So if a family member's watching, just let you know that, yeah, 317 Kern Street showed up quite a lot on he was using the address when we were buying products from him for testing. He was using that address constantly. So when the lawyer sent out the document, we thought he was at 317, but he wasn't. When you type in the serial number, that 317 pops up. It pops up as one of his family members. So it's not doxing his address, Fernando, because you basically wanted to use one of your family members' addresses. How low can you be? Commit crimes and then turn around and basically use your family members' addresses? Well, you ain't got no respect for anybody, do you? You just don't care. Disrespect everybody and anybody. You don't care. Let me see if I find that court order. Now, while you're nervous, and you're going to be nervous over this because you never know who's going to come knocking at your door. You never know who's going to be waiting for you. You got process servers coming to see you, so you don't know when they're going to pop up. And you never know when your landlord, because the one place you have, Mr. Fernando, that keeps you safe is your building. And now you don't even have that now. So now you got to wonder when we're going to contact your landlord, have a conversation with him, and when he's going to come see you, he'll give you a call and tell you got to leave. A lot of pressure you put on yourself, didn't you? Yep. Thank God I'm not in your freaking shoes right now. Oh, you still got them post office fraud charges popping up too, remember? You sent me that fake freaking product, changed out the product at the last minute. This is where PayPal found them guilty. I gotta contact them and see where his case is at with that. Yeah, copyrights. Look at this, people. Use their copyrighted material. Wrote his name over top our copyrighted material. Yeah. Did you show that to the lawyer when you talked to him? Oh, of course you didn't show it to him. Of course you didn't. Because he just looked at you and like, okay, that's it, buddy. You gotta go. I can't represent you. There's nowhere in the world you're going to win this. I know he told Fernando one thing that scared him. I guarantee he told you, he said, look, if you touch that copyright more than 2 times, you're going to fall under the law of willfully. And I guarantee he explained it to you, didn't he? He told you it was going to happen to you, didn't he? And you're going to go to jail for a long time. You're going to pay millions of dollars in fines. Oh, and when you went to copy this right here and make fun of it, guess what these are, Jamie? These are God Love You tracks that I pass out for people to learn about God. But I seen you took one of these labels right here and did something dirty with it. Well, I'm telling you, boy, you're going to get yours back 20 times fold, man. You're going to get it back. But he's on the run now. He's going to be on the run. This is where we try to make our screen paint. He failed multiple times, kept coming up gray. Let's show you that 317 Kern Street. And I'm pretty sure your family member is going to be really upset when we show him documents that we have with his address attached to him where you were abusing your own family members at the end of the day. I want some ice cream. I ain't dying for some ice cream. I was going to get some ice cream yesterday. I didn't get ice cream. I'll get it today. I'm a Klondike bar. That's what I want. A Klondike bar. What we do for a Klondike bar. Here it is right here. This is the lawyer we sent to Fernando. Mind you, Fernando, when we go to court for the fraud charges, that's also too involved in federal. This is where you're going to get that $1 million hit, and also another additional 30 years in jail for basically going in and making false YouTube demonstrations, claiming that our products were nothing more than house paint. Now, if you see the address right here, the address that Fernando used, his name over top of it, it's 317 North Kern Avenue. Los Angeles, California. This address is not his address. As you can see, this address is a family member's address. And this is where my lawyers went and sent the documents to, because he was hiding behind a family member's address. He was committing crimes on his family member's address. Is that dirty? I told you, super dirty guy. This guy's super dirty. So attorney's involved. Yep. Let him know he's going to go to court. He's going to get sued. All this stuff. And did he listen? He didn't listen to any of it. So guess what that means, Mr. Fernando? That means when we show this to a judge that we went and sent you a cease and desist order, and you continue to carry on with our company, that means that your case is going to be open and closed. And you're being sued for millions of dollars from us. The state, on the other hand, they got other plans for you. What the state's going to do is the state's going to give you 20 years. Might be more than that. You can read. If you do willfully, you can receive anywhere from 10 to 20 years per offense. Which means if you touch it one time, that's one time. But if you hit it more than one time, it's called willfully. Which means the prison time jumps, the lawsuits jump, everything, because it shows you maliciously knew what you were doing. Fernando has touched a copyright over 63 times, and that's one of them. Mind you, we got 2 of these copyrights. So when I say, Mr. Fernando, I say this with the best of interest. You are going to spend the rest of your life behind bars. You're going to die in a prison system. That's what's going to happen. You literally have so many charges on you, it's not even funny. And right now, I'm going to the Allentown Police Department to file additional charges against you for doxing my sister's address, for going and using your website to abuse her address, and basically showing altered pictures of me. And it's going right to your site, which is a site you're supposed to be moving on to do bigger and better things. This is what bigger and better looks like. Well, that's pretty sad. If that's what bigger and better looks like, that is pretty sad. Let's replay that real quick.
A couple of months ago, I decided that I do not want to sell any more paint mix, paint mills, and
After your brother did pass away, and you didn't lie about that, because I said you lie a lot about a lot of stuff, and it's hard to believe somebody who constantly lies like you do. Condolences to your family. I hope you guys heal over this. I really do. But you lie a lot, man. You can't blame people for not believing you. Only one person down there said condolence, and that was it. People don't believe you because you lie a lot, man. You get caught matching house paint, you lie. The paint has a yellowish tone, you lie about that. You delete videos. You do so much dirty stuff to your customers, it's not even funny. Now, you guys could have went together and filed a joint action lawsuit against them and sued them. You could have taken them to small claims court and sued them. You could have filed charges with the, what do you call it, Consumer Fraud Division, and could have had him thrown in jail. He's been doing this stuff for years. But let's listen to what he says here.
what's up, guys?
As we look at his site.
Mic kind of low. Let me see if I can put it a little bit better. Right about there, probably. It's gonna look weird, but hopefully it is working. Okay. All right, guys. What is up? This is Crows1176. It's been a minute. I've been getting a lot of emails, and I just wanted to talk about a few things really fast before all the holiday stuff comes out and stuff like that. So the number one thing people have been hitting me up for is what happened to the website.
Jamie, just to let you know, no, the copyright was filed there. It's not under the address. It doesn't show up anywhere in the LLC. I can pull my LLC up. It doesn't show up anywhere. It's under my website. That's what I filed an e-file. The reason why it's showing the address there because I had to have some place for them to send the documents to, which was my sister's address. That's where it went to. So I'm sorry, you're sadly mistaken. It doesn't come up under my sister's address. It's where I had to send the registration. All the documents and paperwork had to go there. That's where it shows up at. It doesn't come up there. Because remember, you tried that nonsense the first time with the address over on the apartment complex. You contacted them and tried to say the same thing over there, that I had my LLC attached to their building. It's not attached to their building at all, period. And mind you, I was at my sister's place before I came to the apartment complex. So how would it be there and there at the same time? That's you just doing dumb stuff. No, it was, I had to put an address down, a physical address, where to send the LLC to. You, on the other hand, have your LLC registered. So if I look up and I go to Pennsylvania LLC, it doesn't come up. My address, the address doesn't post. It posts as my website. Because that's how I had it done. Unlike you, I know what I'm doing when I fill out paperwork. Let me see if I find my Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, PA, LLC, search. So remember, ours is a little bit more complicated. So let me find where mine comes up at. Let me see, search. Here we go. Should have it here. I gotta do it down exactly how I have mine done down. Let me see. I've been to this. We've done this already before. I've literally done this one already. But we'll do it again. See? Mine comes up right here at the bottom. Same thing like yours, right? See when I click on it? See, it has no address there. You're an idiot. You know why you're an idiot? Because you don't know how to fill an LLC. I do. Mine does not come up under her address anywhere. You know why? Because it was there to send the application to where I was at. They got to send it someplace. So they sent it to her address. That's it. It shows where I filled out the form for. I filled out the form at her address. It's not registered to her address. It's registered to my website because that's where it's supposed to go. Because that's where the LLC would stand, on my website. See right here? Right here. See right here? It doesn't say anything about that at all, period. Nothing. See where it says no download of any records whatsoever? Because we don't have that there. You know why? Because it doesn't go to her address. It goes to a website. There would be no documents for that. Those documents are fine. On top of that, my whole entire thing is confidential. I designed it that way. But you don't know how to fill out forms. Duh. I say something stupid like, oh, it's registered to your sister's address. You idiot at the end of the day. No, it goes to your website. They're going to ask you for brick or mortar. Do you know what brick and mortar stands for? Brick and mortar is a physical store. E-commerce is a website. So if they say e-commerce or brick and mortar, you chose brick and mortar. That's what you chose. That's why it came up under a physical address and attached to his unit where you're at. If you said e-commerce, it went to your website, and you have to type in your website what it is to where it's going to. That's what it would be registered to. But you still have to have a physical address to have the documents sent to you. That's why if you look at under my Crystal Edge site here, Crystal Edge, my whatchamacallit, it has the register address of where we had to fill out the paperwork for. My copyrights don't register to that address. It's where I was at when I filed for them. So that's where they sent all the information to. You're not, again, Jamie, stop it. Just stop it, man. Stop trying to think you're smarter than everybody else, because you're not. You're not. See right here? See right here, my copyrights right here? It says copyrights claim Kenneth Bird and my address, which means it basically posts where the copyright was originally made. It doesn't say that basically has anything to do with the apartment and whatsoever. I mean, that's for the house or house I rented whatsoever. So if you look over here on my copyrights here, no copyrights, my LLC, you will notice it doesn't bring up any address whatsoever. See that right there? See how it says Pennsylvania, active? It shows the date where I actually filed for it. All that information right there. See right here, filing, which is domestic limited liability company, United States. And right here it says that's the office that was responsible. Notice it doesn't say LegalZoom on it. You know why, Mr. Fernandez, saying LegalZoom? Because I had an actual attorney do that one. I paid the money for an actual attorney to do that one. See, you paid for LegalZoom. I paid for LegalZoom for my copyrights. When it comes to an LLC, I get a real attorney for that. And a real attorney costs money. It's something you don't have. Because if you did, you would have paid to get one of those guys to get it done. So this thing does not show up under my sister's address. It's basically where I had to have the paperwork sent to. And when they filed it, that's where they sent all my documents to her address. But it's not registered under her address like yours. Nice try. Don't you get tired of losing? Do you not get tired of losing against me? Every single day, Fernando, I got to come out here and I got to beat the stuffing out of you. Do you ever just once get tired of me beating the stuffing out of you? Look what he says. Your LLC is registered to right. So it's registered. It's not doxing. He says it's not doxing. So it's not doxing because it's registered to my sister. See right here? So he's saying that he can show off her address as much as he wants because he says that that's where my company's at. No, it's not there. It's the address where basically I filed to get the paperwork. My documents sent to me. They got to go somewhere. So I used my sister's address to get the documents there while I was there. If I was at the apartment, I would have got the documents sent over there because that's where I would have been at. But it doesn't say anything about an address there. Yours, on the other hand, says an address. So guess what? You got doxing charges on you right now. And I got proof that this is a statement that you made about why you had the right to do it. Let's hold this for a minute right there so we have that documented. And I'm going to go here and I'm going to get a picture of this for the lawyers and for the courts, showing that you felt that our LLC, because it was attached to my sister's place, you thought it was attached to my sister's place, that you had the right to dox her address. No, it's not connected there. That's the mailing address to where it's going to me to pick up the item, to have it paperwork sent to me. Because it has to go somewhere. If it was registered on my sister's address, I would have chose brick and mortar, and that means it would have showed up on his LLC, which I chose e-commerce. How stupid do you feel right now? Fernando just left the room. He's feeling kind of stupid. You never get tired of me beating the crap out of you, do you? I mean, literally, man. I beat the crap out of you every single day, and you just keep coming back. Jamie, I'm smarter than you. I'm so far smarter than you, it's not even funny. I know business at the end of the day. I've been doing business for years. I've been following all these documents and all that stuff. Man, you don't even have a license in California to sell. I know that for a fact. You don't have a DBA. You don't have an EIM. You don't have none of those at all, period. You didn't even fill out your paperwork correctly. You can't even basically finish the filing on your LLC. Mine's already done. Mine's already filed. See right there? You don't see no red notices popping up? So where's my sister's address supposed to be at? Nothing there. I thought so. You're an idiot. You are. Had nerve to write that dumb nonsense. No, James, we don't have you at the end of the day. This is you. This is literally you right here. This is your address popping up. Right there. There's your address. Right there. On top of that, you got all kinds of marks on this thing, but you got documents missing because you committed perjury. There's your address right there. You don't understand how LLCs actually work. That's the physical address where it was sent to, my sister's address. The business is not registered there. And then you try to turn around and you try to use it on the apartment that I was at and try to say that, oh, he filed the LLC under their name too, because we got that document. You're seeing this. So which one is it? Is it that one or is it supposed to be this one? Because you make claims on both of those. You don't, at the end of the day, it's right there. So I can show you my documents, just like yours. No problem whatsoever. Nothing. Now, Mr. Fernando, tell me, how many times do I smack the crap out of you every single day? Go ahead and leave the room. Go ahead. Because every single time you try to come in here and talk trash to me, you get beat down, don't you? So we've been through this before. You know, we've done this one already before, right? You don't remember? That's why I think you have dementia or maybe some kind of memory loss syndrome, something going on with you, because we've done this one already before. We literally had this conversation before, and I showed you these documents already. We literally did this one already. And you probably forget and come back and do it again, and you'll forget and come back and do it again. So this is what's going to happen. You're going to be charged for her address, because again, I can show the courts that my LLC is not registered there in any way whatsoever. It's where we had the LLC sent to. It's not registered to there, and it's registered to my e-commerce business. And we can show that you basically sent me a letter, sent me your messaging you directly from you, saying you had the right to dox your address anytime you wanted to, because my information is there. Now, Mr. Fernandez, is another separate lawsuit coming towards you. Because if you can't prove that my LLC is legitimate it's on that building, then you're in a lot of trouble. That means she's going to sue you for a whole lot more money that you don't even have. And she's going to request some jail time for you. If I were you, Mr. Fernandez, let me give you a piece of advice. Take up some form of hand-to-hand combat. You're going to need it. You don't have enough time to learn it, but take up something, because you're going to need it. You're going to get into a lot of fights when you're in there. Mind you, you're ruffling some feathers with some really nasty people in my family, so you are going to fight a lot. So I would advise you, either you're going to cry and run into, what do they call it? What's that thing called? They put them in, basically, pedophiles going in too. And they can't take it out there. They take pedophiles, the worst of the worst people are in there. Protective custody. You'll be in protective custody. That's where you'll be at. Prison protective custody. I think that's what it is, right? Solitary confinement, I think it is. Prison protective custody. Protective custody, PC. Yeah, that's where you'll be at. So you can't be out there in prison population. That was the stuff you just did. So you're going to learn some martial arts real fast? No, it's not going to happen. It takes years to learn that stuff. So, I don't know. But you got caught doxing her address, and then came in and made some dumb excuse by saying that my LLC is attached there. I went and dug up my LLC, showed you the document. Address is nowhere on there. That's the where it was mailed to. That's all. No address. But yours clearly shows that your address is connected to that building. Your LLC is. All right, I'm going to say Danny. All right, Jamie, I'm done here. I'm going to go file your charges against you. So we got everything we need on the phone. And I'm going to let her know what you did. Send out information. She has your address and everything. And she can go from there, basically filing charges, whatever has to be done. You take your cancellations right here. These are all his cancellations to pack up his products. So as you can see, Jamie is a liar. Again, lied about basically moving on to bigger and better things. Got himself in more trouble on top of that. As you can see, has not done anything. He's just the same person. Every day is the same person. He'll come on camera, he'll lie about this, that, and the other, just to try to bleed you, and then bring his website back up and say he was done with screen paints, he's never going to sell them again. We don't care if you sell them or not, but the fact that you lied. And then said that you moved, and you moved on to bigger and better things. You said that too when you said you moved. The same line. I moved on to bigger and better things, right? Remember saying that? All right. I just want you to stare at my whatchamacallit. You look at that. Just look at that. Just try to stare at that. So you can see how much of an idiot you are. Look how he sat there and he contacted the building over where I was at, the apartment, and tried to tell them that my LLC was registered to the building. That's what he tried to say. And the thing about it is, when I had the LLC at the time, I was at my sister's place. I wasn't even at that apartment. So that LLC, when I explained to them, is actually the shipping to get the LLC was registered at my sister's. But the LLC shows up on my e-commerce, because that's where I put it to. Why would I put it in a brick and mortar? I only have a brick and mortar. E-commerce. Now, Later on, if I decide I want to switch because I don't have any penalties on my account, I can liquidate whatever I want to do with mine at the end of the day because I have that option because mine's in good standing and yours at the end of the day is missing documents. I can go in and change mine over to brick and mortar if I choose to. Unfortunately, you can't. Oh, let's finish this real quick. I'm getting ready to go to the police and get this taken care of. I'm going to hear more about what he's talking about, how he not doing paints anymore, and his site's right there. Now, we saw the site disappear and come back, and disappear and come back, and this is what I warned you on the blacklist, that his site is flaky activity, where he pops in and out, on and off, on and off, just trying to collect money, just trying to get somebody he can rip off.
What's up, guys? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Mic kind of low. Let me see if I can put it a little bit better. Right around there, probably.
Bigger and better things, eh, bro?
Hopefully it is working. Okay.
Oh, by the way, you can't have that LLC
Alright,
there
guys.
either.
What is up? This is Crows1176. It's been a minute. I've been getting a lot of emails, and I just wanted to talk about a few things really fast before all the holiday stuff comes out and stuff like that. So the number one thing people have been hitting me up for is what happened to the website, all this stuff. Well, for some of you that don't know, a couple of months ago, I decided that I do not want to sell any more paint mixes on the website or anything like that. When my brother passed away, somebody else took care of that and all that stuff. So it got me thinking, like, you know, it's ran its course. I don't have the motivation, the desire, like I used to, and helping out and all that stuff. I mean, it ran its course. That's basically it. For me, it ran its course. It's been done. It's time for me to move on to better things that I like to do, which is 3D printing. Also, one of the main reasons at the job that I'm at, I got this huge promotion, stuff like that. So it made it better for me to actually move on from stuff. I mean, it was a good, I'm not gonna lie, I thank you all. It was a good hobby for what it was, you know, but it ran its course. I wasn't gonna make, you know, screen paints my life like some other people, and, you know, live off of that. In reality, you can't. All right, it's kind of hard if you don't have some other income coming or anything like that. That was for my case. I don't know, but
Really hard. It's really hard. It's not hard for me. I develop technology all the time. We got 427 products. Another 100 on the other site. It's not hard for us. We make good money. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what you mean by hard. I'm gonna copy that piece and send it to the forum. So anybody over here got a problem making screen paints over here? They all make screen paints over there. They make money. Nobody else is having a problem. Only you and Danny having problems. So what do you mean by it's kind of hard? I don't get that part. I test all my stuff. I do more testing. Matter of fact, it shouldn't be hard for you. You don't do any testing. You have no batch numbers. Most of your product matches house paint. I don't even know how it's even hard. You don't do anything. You literally have no products whatsoever. So we make 427 products. Every last one of them tested. And you're talking about it's hard at the end of the day? Oh man, unbelievable. And nobody wants to do this. So I Miss Goose Cream must be really, really suffering at the end of the day. Because man, they've been doing that longer than I have. Goose Cream's been around longer than me. So they must be really suffering. They must be idiots at the end of the day. I understand. Yeah. Yeah, right. Let them keep ranting on about whatever nonsense.
you know.
He can't cut it. I
Right.
told you it stands the test of time.
So yeah, that's the reason, you know, I said I was gonna change the website, which I will be changing it, for 3D printing stuff, you know, sell and stuff like that. I said I was going to change it at the end of the year. But I've been so busy, guys.
You won't be changing that price to 3D printing because you won't be there. I don't know where you're going to set up at. You won't be there. We're going to have you out of that building, Fernando, in no time at all. You won't be doing any 3D printing. You won't be doing any of that stuff at all. What you're going to be worried about right now is basically once we get you out of the building, you're going to get a warrant for your arrest. You're going to have to pay for lawyers, court costs, all that at the end of the day. This is going to cost you a lot of money. So you're not setting up any 3D printing anywhere. Where are you going to set the business up? There? In that spot? Can't run a business in there. Not with that stuff in the day, you're not doing that. So where are you going to set this business up at? And you didn't get a promotion because, again, most people don't say, you know, I've been working this job all this time and I finally got a promotion. You've been working that job for quite some time, a couple of years, like 7, 8 years at the most. Your kids grew up in that place. So I know for a fact that most people, when they get a promotion, they've been working a job for a long time, they'll say, I'm about to get another promotion. That's what they say. So you lied about that. You didn't get any promotion, none of that. You said you did all that for your kids. That's another lie from the door. So basically, you did all that scamming, ripping people off, products matching house paint, all that nonsense we found in your blacklist. You're going to throw your kids under the bus and blame it on them and say, hey, I did this for my kids? Your kids are going to be like, don't make me a part of this mess at the end of the day. My goodness. So all the copyrights that you ripped off and carried on, you did all that for your kids. Okay. Anyway, the website bounces on and off, as you can see. First, he said he's moving on to bigger, better things. As you see, same activity on the site, carrying on and acting up, doxing addresses, all that stuff. Try to come in there and say that our LLC is attached to my sister's address. Clearly, you see, if I pull my LLC up, there's nothing there attached to my sister's address whatsoever. And again, Jamie's clearly is. So, Jamie, let me explain something to you. Even if it was, and it's not, I didn't commit any crimes in the buildings that I'm at. You did. You committed serious crimes in the buildings that you're at. So you're out either way. You're out of there. Even if your LLC wasn't even attached to the building for your landlord, you're still out of there. You committed a crime in a building that you have a lease on. You can't stay there. Under California law, you have to go. Or we could sue your landlord if you don't, he doesn't convict you. So did you not commit crimes in your building? You did. That's why we had the process server come to your front door. That's proof, evidence that a process server from the court had to come to your front door, apartment E, because you violated copyrights with my company. And that right there from the door is considered enough for an eviction notice. The fact that we even had charges on you. We can show pictures that on your website you have posted my picture, addresses, you've doxed multiple people. So yeah, you did all that from your apartment, right? All right then, and guess what? Bye-bye. As I said before, don't get comfortable. All right, I gotta go. I got stuff to do. I gotta get to the police station, file these charges against them. Handle your address again, and then your address should already be in the system already. And yeah, go from there. All right, people. Said before, do not trust this individual. He is definitely a potential scammer and liar. As we said, we've documented all this on the blacklist and everything as what we said it was. Let's go over here real quick and recap. So you want to check out what Fernando Gonzalez is really about. And again, I wouldn't dare put your credit card information in there, because say if he's doxing people's addresses, God knows what he's going to do with your information at the end of the day. Don't bother with him. This is his product right here, matching the Cinemax mix. And he claims that he did it all for his kids, right? Well, you ripped off a lot of people. You stole money. That's what you did, because this is your product matching house paint. Tell me if you feel all this time, people. Jamie, you're in the room. What are we looking at here? You just left. He just left a few minutes ago. We know when he goes in and out of the room. He's monitored, by the way. So we know where he's going at. Products right here, post office mail fraud, back and again. Over here we have, walking out of Home Depot, we have Sherwin-Williams match this stuff. Look at this. Look at this mess. Just lying on camera, left and right. Let's lie as much as we can. Look at this mess. Where these videos go, by the way? Did he post these videos to his website? No, he didn't post these videos to his website. He got rid of them. There's so many things he's being charged with. It's not even funny. He ripped off so many people. It's not even funny. And you have a nerve talking about you built a respectable business, really? Mind you, that's a P2 projector in there. The screen paint's doing the same thing your product's doing on a P2 projector. Look at the desperation in his eyes. He knew he messed up. Like, oh crap, I can't get out of this situation. I'm stuck here. He was stuck. He couldn't do nothing. Same thing here. Same thing. Walked out of a Home Depot with the paint right in his hand. Look at that. Slip silver. Walk right out with the slip silver. Yeah, as dirty can be. Get in and paint the screen down. Match the screen. Look how close he got to be to the screen to show the little slight difference. He got to be right on top of the screen. Who the heck told me that close to a screen to see the slight difference? Look at it. It even matched the contrast levels. That's the leather jacket that the navigator is wearing. Look at it. Match the microphone. Match the skin tones. This is a paint he was ripping people off at $85 to $90. Got on camera and lied to him until there's two different images. A yellowish tone. He keep bringing that nonsense with the yellowish tone. Ripped off people on that one. Gee whiz Louise. No risk, need this. Don't care. Benefits of a gray screen. That one again. We told you the nonsense behind that nonsense at the end of the day. That's the same way you fake the move. Let me see right here and delete it. Man, you just don't. Here we go. Right here. So we got caught, and he deleted. Try to take the image off his website, off his YouTube channel. So right here, see, Crow1176, right there. Bam, that's you, right? That's your YouTube channel. And what do we have up here? We have Crows Cinemax Screen Paint versus Network Gray 773. All right, let's see. And let's go back in the video, right there. Let's see what happens. What did he do? When he gets caught and busted. There you go. Yeah, he removed the video. He marked it private. Just like the video he marked private when he got lied about basically moving on to bigger and better things. When he basically caught himself moving in 2024. He lied right there. Removed the video. Got a history of doing this nonsense. Video unavailable. Damn it, I gotta make any of this up. I don't have to make anything up. I come on camera, I don't make anything up. Everything we got here is you committing crimes. Cancel receipts, crying on receipts, fake Instagram accounts, kinds of stuff on you. Products matching house paint, ripped off your customers, sold them nothing more than a black and white paint. Metallica Mix 2.0. It's basically just black and white paint, that's all it is. But he got out there and said it was something special, and he ripped off a whole bunch of people by selling them everyday black and white paint. The sad thing about it is, this is where he used to give away products for free. And he decided to turn around and start selling them the very same products that he gave away for free. And then try to bring in a high-powered projector to fool them to think they were seeing something completely different. That's the ingredients right there. His products. Metallica Mix, screen paint, 2 tablespoons of flat black paint. Cameras. Anytime he's gonna come back and probably lie again, probably we won't be around. You definitely won't be around. I'm not trying to see you around that long. I'm trying to get you out of that building before. Hopefully we can get you out of it before February. I'm trying to get you out of there as fast as possible. Because I don't think your tenants should be subjected to hearing process servers beating all over your door because you felt the need to do dumb stuff. There we go. There's them making the paint. Now, I want you to look at something real carefully. In the video, I want you to look at in the background. See that painting right there? All right, just look at that painting right there. See that painting? Now watch this. It's right there. That painting shows up quite a bit in his videos. It does. So he tried to come in and he tried to claim in a forum site that that wasn't him in the video, and that was not him. That was nothing to do with him whatsoever. He tried to claim it was somebody else's video. He tries everything, but the problem, Fernando, that painting you see in the back of the picture shows up on everything you've committed crimes in. It literally is right there. Even with the Frankenstein, it pops up in the Frankenstein too. That's why I say when people do dirt, they leave telltale signs behind. And there's the same painting right there. Yeah, that thing shows up in everything. So here you are ripping off your customers, selling them. This is how he got kicked off of eBay, because eBay found out about this video and they kicked him from the account. And your stuff matched. Not only that mixture didn't match, it matched a different version. It matched his personal mixer. The personal mixer and Metallica 2.0 are both the same thing. We also tested that same mixture against the Cinemax, and it matched that one too. So that's how his products are made, with that mixture right there. Oh my goodness, I swear. Stealing Google images, literally stole images off of Google, posted them on his site, tried to claim that it came from his projector and paint. Lie to you not, right there. There's Partay's nonsense right there. Jeez. And now the new stuff we have on you, Jamie, is right here showing that you are doxing addresses. Here's your address right here. If you look there and say, well, you can't show that at the end of the day, we can. Let me see. I think he tried to get a video removed. You try to get a video removed, Jen, we have copies of everything. We can upload the videos as many times as you want. That video shows everywhere. It's not just YouTube. That's on multiple sites. I'm connected everywhere. I think he tried to get a video removed. Yep, someone's trying to cover up evidence. Let's see if our video pops up. It's just my internet acting up. Yeah, he did try to get a video removed. It says video no longer exists or it doesn't have permission. Well, we just repost it again. But this time when I post it, I'm going to upload it to this site, which means you have no access here. He did that to YouTube. Because in this video, which we have a copy of everything, clearly shows Jamie basically committing crimes. Basically going in, oh, it's right there. We have them all printed right here, so you can't do anything about it. You need to remove that, Jamie, from YouTube. Look at this. We still have where you doxed addresses. Look at this one. See, it's right here. That's the same address right here that we have on this document right here. It shows that you can say that, ha, you've been traced and you live, and there, you were tracking us. So we have it right here. We actually doxed your address. And you also put down Black Series Edition where you actually act like we lived there, or actually worked there. We were, and as I said in the video, we were trying to live there. Because again, I was trying to convert it into a home. I was. And I went down to zoning, got all the proper information and everything, and zoning said you couldn't be there. So I said, okay, fine. I got a place. That's the end of it. So I already made that statement already. I don't lie. Put it right up there in your face. But the thing about it is, Jamie, you, on the other hand, doxed his address. And this person owns his place. And he's the one filing charges against you. But your video, we can always pick it back up again, because again, it's on my phone. So I'll re-upload it again. As a matter of fact, hold on for a minute. Let's go to my Facebook page. Actually, it is loaded on YouTube or Facebook. We got it on Facebook. And we have it on YouTube. Wait, it is on YouTube. We got it on YouTube and we have it on Facebook. As a matter of fact, I'm also posting these, Mr. Fernando, because I forgot about these. The process server hit your door. The first one hit his door. That's the document he was told. I'm sending that to your landlord. So we show proof that we were there. This is where they hit his door, apartment E, and sent over the documents for basic copyright violation. So yeah, I'm going to send that over to your landlord. To show him that we were at your door. And guess what? I can get the process service to contact him, let him know exactly they were at his door and what they were for. So you're on your way out. Let's see something for a minute. No, that's the one right there. You faked the... Oh, no. You did that. You removed that video. Oh, yeah, we did remove that video, didn't we? We did it ourselves. Damn it. Because I saw the video posted. The video's posted on Facebook. And you remove it. It takes it off. Because I removed it because I didn't want it up there. And I forgot it's actually linked to the site over there. Gee whiz. All right, got to put it in back again. I did that. I literally did that myself. I just thought about that. And I said, wait a minute. Didn't you just remove it? Because it's on the Black Series site. It's on there. It's Black Series. It's on the Eclipse site. So I took it off there. So when I took it off there, it reflected over there. Okay. Yeah. That's where you didn't take anything off. I literally took it off myself. I had to put it right back up there. I put it back up there today. I literally forgot about that. I was like, wait a minute. You just removed that video because I didn't want it up there and I took it off not thinking it's linked to the site. So I removed it from there. If I pre-recorded it, it would have been different. Let me see. Short. Because it kept coming up under short. I remember that. Yep. Let me see. Here it is right here. That's the video. Shows the whole report on Crow doxing their address, all that stuff, everything, inviting people over, making trouble, all that nonsense. This is the original video. So okay, because I couldn't load it up on the YouTube on Wix. Wix doesn't accept shorts. I don't know why they just don't. So I had to go to Facebook and upload that video. Huh. All right. I'm going to have to put that back. Let me go put this in right now. I'm going to drop this video in right now. Right. I'll put it back. Right. I'll put it back in. I had to go in and go to my site and put it in. But this is the actual video right here. You can't load this in because they don't take shorts. That's why. So I got to go back home. We got to go back over here. I do need a copy of that because we need to load that onto the blacklist. On the blacklist showing his, he was served for copyright infringements. And we'll post a document so you can read the document. And we'll be sending that to your landlord. Let you know we were at his building and we had to serve you at the end of the day. So you can sit there and say to your landlord, oh, well, he didn't have enough evidence. He's not stupid, Jamie. He's going to say that the process server wouldn't have been there if there wasn't enough evidence. So go ahead and try to swing that nonsense to him and see what happens. See what he says. He's going to tell you from the door, if there wasn't enough evidence, the process server would have never been there. You have to go through a evaluation board. They can't just send process servers anytime they want to. You have to go through a process. That's why when the idiot was contacting us saying that, oh, I got a process server coming to you. No, you don't. Because if it was a process server coming to me, I would have got notifications, number one. And number two, it's a process. They have to go through a review board. If that's the case, with a review board, it'd be witch hunts all over the place. You can literally go in and get a process server to go to someone's door without them really looking over that evidence to make sure they have enough evidence to convict for court. You guys are idiots. You don't watch no TV, nothing. They don't pick up on anything. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, man. Idiots. Don't know jack. They got to go to a review board. They have to make sure there's enough evidence before they send one of these guys out. Because when these guys pop up at your door, it's serious. It means that someone has filed charges against you, lawsuit, whatever, and that's a summon to appear in court. That is very serious. So they have to make sure that everything that's in those documents, so they got a review board, takes a bit. And then when they finally come down to a conclusion that there's actually enough evidence to bring you into court, because that costs money, they hire the process server. So the fact that you got that in your door and you was there, mean there was enough evidence to convict you on copyrights infringements. And your landlord will know this 100% because guess what? He has to hire these guys if he has to basically evict someone out of a building that doesn't want to go. He knows about process servers. So you're trying to tell him about a process server when he knows more about it than you do because he runs a business, one that actually works. So no, he's going to say the fact that you had a process server here on my property clearly shows that you did something wrong and you got to go. So don't get comfortable. As I said before, don't even bother putting up Christmas decorations, which I know you are, because you want to show off. Don't even bother doing any of that stuff. I'm going to have you out of that building. Don't even matter time before we find them. And we will find them. Let me see. And if you're talking about starting a new business, bigger and better things, and you're only doing this stuff, you're not showing any progress at the end of the day, you can sit there and go, but you're sitting here, I'm sitting there exposing you, Fernando, we're taking you to court, we're suing you. That's why we have all this evidence. That's why we documented everything for court. We can go into a courtroom and we can have a judge look up your documents right there, right on YouTube, pull you up on Google and everything. Your stuff is all over the place. So they can pull you up right from there. If you have any evidence, it's right there, there, go there. There you go. See what I mean? Type in your serial number, all your stuff pops up all over the place. So that judge can pull you up on her cell phone and find your stuff. That's why we did everything that way, like I'm doing right now. Once I upload this video, it's documented. So let's go over here and let's make sure this video went through, because it did. I just thought about that. I was like, wait a minute, did I just go in and basically I just removed the video literally that we had up there? Oh, Tupper's making biscuits. Tupper's making biscuits for everyone. Tupper's making biscuits. Making biscuits for everyone. Bam. This is the removed it by accident. So all I do is come in here.
This is his
click
website
this.
right here.
Copy that.
Company.
Pause that. Go over into Wix. Website right now. Let me see, we're going over here. And this is yesterday. We pulled the site down. This is dated yesterday. Then he came back in and he brought the site back up again over here. So we say in the page that be careful because his website is flickering on and off. As this 1 minute shows up, next minute it's gone. As you can see here, it's here, but yesterday was gone. We literally make these statements about you, and you will back up by doing dumb stuff that everything we said about you is true. All right, let me see. Well, we're an Apex gamer, so we have to just come here. Do Christmas sale, people. Christmas sale. Boom. I'll get you covered over here. I need you covered here. Orders are pushing through my account. And he had nerve to sit there and say, I don't have to work a business for the rest of my life like him. Like it's a bad thing for me? How is it a bad thing for me? But okay. Okay. All right, now we're back on the site. It's a bad thing if your business doesn't take off. If your business doesn't take off, then it's a bad thing. But if you basically are doing well, then I don't see where it would be a problem. Let me make it sound like some people. That sounds like some resentment there. Don't feel sad for me that I work for a company that I love. I love what I do. I get to work with all kinds of cool stuff. And then going to the art museum. Orders processing out. I'm good. Don't feel bad for me, so I'm good. I'm happy. That's because your business didn't make it. Doesn't mean at the end of the day mine's going to fail. Because you know why? All my technology comes from God. You serve the devil. That's what happens when you serve the devil. When you serve the devil, your business can't take off. It fails. When you prostitute a Christian, trying to take away his blessings, that's the outcome of what you get. And that's what you did. Now you're talking about starting some 3D printing business. No, you ain't starting that. First things first, it's a chemical. Your building's not zoned for that kind of stuff. We're going to operate it at. You can't operate it in there because you're not zoned to operate something like that for a business. Now you can have it as a hobby in there. Yeah. If the apartment's not overcrowded. If this apartment is overcrowded. So, zoning would have to go through there and inspect that area. Mind you, 3D printing, there's chemicals in that. Those chemicals go airborne. Let's look that up for a minute. I'm going to put this video back in. About the hazards of 3D printing. Yeah, people wear masks. It's a plastic you're burning. A lot of those chemicals sitting in that apartment like that, you can't do that. You got other people living around you. You're not starting a 3D printing business. Once I have your landlord's information, yeah, go start a 3D printing business. See what happens. I have zoning in the area no time at all. And I know zoning in California. I'll have them right to your front door. Because you won't be there anyway. So no need to think about that. You're on your way out. And your wife, she's going to be mad. Because she's going to see you stood up to that same old activity nonsense. You probably lied to her dozens and dozens of times. Telling you, I'll get it together this time. I swear. I swear I'm going to get it together. I'm not going to do anymore. I'm not going to engage with them no more. Nothing. I'll get it together. Nope. You're going to get a divorce. The landlord's going to contact her. And going to contact you. And contact one of y'all. Yeah, I deleted the video. Back on. Publish. Now you can go check it out, people. It's up there. I'm gonna leave it on also too on the Eclipse site. It's over there. So that video is there. It shows you clearly committing crime. Shows your address on there. The address is posted on our site now. You got proof that you made the excuse that my LLC is attached to my sister's place, and that's supposed to be where I'm doing business at. Well, I don't know how you got that hooked up, but no, Jamie, no. If it shows up there, it shows up on my documents. The actual documents under my LLC, when it comes up, it'll show right there. If I have attached to a brick or mortar, like yours comes up. Mine doesn't come up that way. So I didn't assign to brick and mortar, I assigned to a website. Why in the world would I assign to a brick and mortar? I don't even have a store. I'd be stupid. You didn't see the option there? There's an option really they're asking you to have brick or mortar and you have e-commerce. But you know, you always doing too much. Want to make it sound like you got a big business at the end of the day. A company. You signed this for a business. So you want people to believe that you had an e-commerce business, but you didn't. Because you always try to do one up in me. End up shooting yourself in the foot. See, that's the whole theory. People that are not experienced and like to operate big guns at the end of the day don't know the power behind a big gun, the kickback, recoil, all that stuff. These are people that end up shooting themselves in the foot, which you did. Because, you know, you took on more than you can chew. And you shot yourself in the foot. So, you put down brick and mortar. That's why you can find you anywhere you want, because you're there. But to say that about my sister, it doesn't company that. It's under my documents. That first thing that prints up, that shows right there, that's my initial LLC. You're seeing the mailing address. The mailing address I have there is basically for where they sent it to for me to get it. Because how else would I get it? How else would I receive the document from? There you go. Oh, man, he's an idiot. They come in by certified mail. That's why they do it that way. They don't do it by email or anything like that because you run the risk of somebody sending you a forgery or some nonsense. So they send it through certified mail. You got to sign for them. So that's the physical address that I use to basically do the paperwork there, and I had to have some paperwork there to send the document to me. But if it's going to show up under my address, it's going to show up right here. This is where it's going to show up, just like yours. It's going to show up right there. That's where it's going to show up. Mine's not there because it was never registered. It was registered e-commerce because I have an e-commerce business, not brick and mortar. But good luck with all that in court because, excuse me, you're going to have to back that up now. All right, people, I'm out of here. Stay away from this site. Don't get ripped off. I mean, if you feel the need to get toward the new one, you can go buy from them. But again, stay away from this stuff and go visit the blacklist. Educate yourself on this guy at the end of the day. Jamie, I know you're in the room, so you have a good day. I'll be reaching out to your landlord real soon, and I'm going to get you an eviction. Understand?